Hi folks, back again. I got my grass cut. I'm very happy about that. Tidied the place up. Not a super cut, but it's the first cut of the season, so it's come out fairly well. And it's a lovely day today. You can see the clouds and blue sky and sun. It's very nice. The sun's just in behind some clouds at the moment. Anyway, those are the beds I was talking about earlier. Garlic over here. Put the garlic in, when was it? About the start of February, and it's coming on well. But I made a mistake, you can see. The spacing's wrong. I was using a stick, and I set the stick down here, and I planted in the wrong side of it. So they're actually out, which really offends my sort of mathematical precision. I'm a bit anal about putting things in straight lines and stuff, but I'll have to do now. And then this one here is here's onions, and you can see that those ones are actually pretty good. Those were in a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks, no, 2 weeks ago. They're coming on okay. Cabbages from last year. Beetroot. That will be carrots. And those are cabbages from last year. More onions I put in about a month ago, but they haven't done very much. They're starting. Oh, look, here we go. There we go. You can see there through the net. What do you see? Yeah, you can see the green tips. And those are cabbages, cauliflowers I didn't do. I've got beetroots over there, and that's the last of my leeks from last year. They were super. That's one called Oarsman. So into the greenhouse, you see a few changes in here now. So what do you think of that? Those benches were up here and behind me as well. And the problem is this is the hottest part of the greenhouse and the sunniest part, and it was actually wasted apart from sowing seeds. So I bought that black unit in a local DIY store for about £30. What's that in dollars? $50. And it's served its purpose well. And then that is going to be the site for my tomato trial. I'm doing a double trial. I'm going to try pruning and not pruning, and feeding and not feeding, to see what difference it makes. And then here the beds are almost ready to go. I have to raise these up a bit. I've got some more compost and stuff, soil improver to put in, and the same over here. Strawberries. First, gold strawberries. And oh yeah, there's a guy, Jake in Utah, Raw Utah, RAWUTAH, has got a super series on what he's doing. He's got a lovely dome-shaped greenhouse, and you want to see the gear in it. It's worth checking out. Raw Utah, and he also does these little adventures into the countryside, and he follows streams up to the source, and it's really fascinating stuff. And you also get to see raw Utah. You know, you're seeing parts of the country you would never see as a tourist. So his videos are well worth checking out. That's Jake. He's doing a lot of fruit, and he's inspired me to get more fruit. So there's my strawberries. And then up here, I'm going to show you outside here. There's the sun out. Up just about here in front of the house, I'm going to put in apple trees and plum trees, and apples, plums, and something else. Forgotten what the other thing I'm putting in is. Apples, plums, and damsons are beautiful. Little plum as well. They make beautiful jam. And over here we've got lettuces here. And I'm doing something different this year. I'm using worm castings in the stuff. I saw Donald, the Bayou gardener, was using worm castings, and it made a difference. And there they are. I got these for Christmas from my wife. She's after 30 years, she's still finding unusual Christmas presents now. I don't know if that's here's something to help with the garden, or here's your Christmas present, you're getting a bucket of shite, but I took it as a useful garden aid. So, and over here, I don't want to take the lids off these because they're not actually that warm, even though the sun's out, because this is very well shaded most of the day. So that's tomatoes there, and I've got cabbages and what do you call it, chard, and these are my corn. I wonder if there's a corn growing yet. Oh, look, there's corn starting to come up. Absolutely brilliant. Now this one here is called Sundance. Nothing there yet. Oh, yes, there is. There is. I saw a green thing when I looked in. There it is. Wee green shoot. And another one. Oh, happy days. And this is chard. And this is one I saw on another one, a guy called John Kohler, Growing Your Greens, was doing chard. And he was doing this chard. I'm trying to get this focused. And it's got all these like neon coloured stalks. So I got some of that. I'll try that. John Kohler, I must add into, I'm not, for that, most of you have watched the other thing about the beds. I'm going to add rock dust. John Kohler has proved that that's really worth doing to get the minerals back in. And I'm pretty heavy on the soil here, the plants are, because of the intensive growing. And I don't have any minerals in apart from what comes in the compost and that, so I'm going to supplement with income. So I'll have to thank John Kohler for that. So that's basic. I'll go back down here and do a shot up the greenhouse because I'm very pleased with this. It's very wet over here. This is where that's where the water table is just about at that level. So I'm going to build that up again. And there's going to be cucumbers and stuff. No, yeah, cucumbers and peppers go up this side, and tomatoes down this side. I'm also going to use this area here for peppers because the ones I did in pots last year did pretty well. So the peppers and stuff are going there and get a lot of stuff into the sun, and hopefully it'll go okay. I've got big pumpkins going again this year, and I'm hoping that they'll do something because I've never had great success with pumpkins. Maybe the size of a soccer ball is the best I've done. But I've got one here. I'm going to try and see what it's called because I had it in and I've forgotten what it is. Oh, there's another thing I'm using. You can see it's white stuff. There's marigolds all coming up. That's perlite, and the perlite's supposed to lighten the soil up to help the roots get through the soil. It also holds moisture, but it also aids drainage. So it's a sort of a choice between vermiculite and perlite, and I went for the perlite, and I think it's maybe slightly better, but I'm sure vermiculite does the same thing. Oh, and the potatoes, my surprise potatoes. My friend Kieran was growing blue potatoes. They're a lovely potato, very flowery potato, and he gave me some little potatoes. They were the size of marbles, and I put them in, and there they are coming. And I put those in last November. I think they come earlier, but they come in their own good time. So that's my first ever go at potatoes. So I'm going to put more in. I've got some more up in the garage that are shitting up there at the moment, and we'll see how they go. So all in all, I'm pretty well set up this year. I'm a wee bit behind time this year because what do you call it? I was over in England last weekend seeing the youngsters, and it was lovely over there. It was like just like today, but I was scared to put stuff in case it was really really sunny here, and I'd lose all my stuff. One time before, about 10 years ago, when I had a wee greenhouse going, I went away for the day and I forgot that the greenhouse wasn't open. I forgot to open it and I lost everything in one afternoon because it was so hot. So I needn't have worried. It was beautiful over in Kent and it was absolutely mad here. There was gales and storms and everything. And when I came back, those trees are ash trees and they're very brittle. And the whole lawn was absolutely covered in stuff from about, well, there's the height of the trees, but the same height out again over to here. I was picking sticks up along this area that have been blown down. I'm talking about sticks. You can see them there over in the pile at the end of my finger. That sort of big long sticks and branches and everything coming down. So it's pretty mad here. So I've got some compost and stuff there ready to go. So that's basically just where I am at the moment. There's not an awful lot to tell you or to show you, but it's certainly going the right direction and we've got stuff growing. My tire tree is still there and I haven't got it moved yet, but it'll have to go. Compost bin, don't think those are very good. That's one I got free from the council here, and it makes compost, but it's kind of, you'd think it would be fast, but it's no better than just the pile in the side of the garden. And I'm going to put bins along here eventually to make it easier for emptying this grass. Like, I mean, I cut the grass. There's what I took off the grass yesterday. Now I wouldn't take this off all the time or the day before, but there's about, I emptied the bag about 6 or 7 times here, so there's a lot of good compost in there. I have to get this all taken away because over the years roots have gone down through it from weeds and grass and stuff, so it's basically useless now. I could get it rotavated in, but it's just really too much work. Easier to clear it all off and start again. So that's what the plan is. Oh, well, the plan also is that there's going to be another row of 8x4 beds starting here and going right the whole way up to there. So we'll have 24 beds next year. And the other one is too, shout out to Jason and his upside down garden. It's now Jason's raised beds, and I'm really pleased about that because I saw them in his future, and he's going to find he'll maybe put more in next year because it's a very, very addictive hobby. So all the best, folks, and I'll fire this onto YouTube now, and it'll take about 18.5 hours to upload, but it'll get there eventually. Okay, all the best now. Bye bye.